the same time, Obama has signed into law the biggest war budget in the history of the world. And so we find ourselves crushed between the bankers and the militarists, and Obama is feeding them both. So what is he going to do for us? Nothing. He has already told us so. At his first 100 Days press conference, a BET reporter asked Obama if he had any specific plans to deal with raging black unemployment. Obama was very blunt, to the point. He said, no, he had none. Because in Obama's political philosophy, and this is quoting him, a rising tide lifts all boats. So we'll just have to wait for that tide to come in. We don't have to decipher Obama's intentions or watch for that wink that Dr. McIntosh imagines he's giving us all the time. Obama tells us straight up that he doesn't have anything for us. But he does have $11.5 trillion for the bankers. He has ruthlessly shut out of the health care debate Congressman John Conyers and all the other supporters of single-payer health care, even though at least 2/3 of Americans support single-payer, or a plan called Medicare for All. He's allowed and encouraged right-wing Democrats to write their own health plans that preserve the profits of the insurance companies and the drug companies and the hospital chains. Obama has not even put forward his own health care plan, just vague rhetoric. And as a result, it is likely that the time for real health care reform will have come and gone, because Obama was more concerned with silencing progressives than with fighting corporations. Obama has done what George Bush never did do, proposed legislation for so-called preventive detention. He has gone further than George Bush in sabotaging the Durban conference on racism in Geneva. And where was the protest from us when he did that? Where were the black howls of indignation? Now Obama has formulated his own unique justification for regime change anywhere in the world, but specifically tailored to Africa. It's called Responsibility to Protect, R2P for short. And it holds that the United States has the right to rescue people from bad or ineffective governments by humanitarian military intervention, as if there is such a thing. Obama's United Nations ambassador, Susan Rice, has targeted Zimbabwe, Sudan, and Somalia as eligible for the R2P treatment, and has praised U.S. policy in Haiti on that basis. And there's a lot more, there's much more, but the time is short, and I'm scared of Dr. McIntosh. So let me say that I am not mad at Barack Obama. He's the bankers' president, he's not my president. But I am deeply disappointed in many of us. It's what the Obama effect has done to us that has created what I believe is the most acute political crisis in generations in Black America. We have been disarmed, neutralized, first by the prospect and now by the reality of having a black man in the White House. Obama said that he did not oppose wars, he just opposed dumb wars. Those of us who are blindly pro-Obama used to oppose US wars, except for Obama's wars. These folks oppose massive transfers of wealth to the rich, except when Obama does it. They get righteously indignant when the United States stands with Europe and with Israel against the very concept of redress of racial grievances worldwide, except when Obama does that. They oppose U.S. policies of regime change and neocolonialism, except when Obama and Susan Rice proposed those kinds of policies. Black leadership has called for a Marshall Plan for the cities in nearly every election cycle that I've known in the 40 years that I've been a journalist, except this past one. What we've seen is that we have collectively chosen to become irrelevant in the presence of Obama, and that is the most important reason that Obama is not good for us.
Does Viola need one? Does Viola need it? Does Viola need the? Okay, brothers and sisters, how's it going so far? Getting some information? All right. I don't know why Brother Glenn Ford said he was afraid of me, but I'm going to tell you something that happened this week when I was talking to Brother Omawali. He was saying that Sister Betty, he said, and CEMOTAP shouldn't hesitate to ask for assistance, you know what I mean, if they need it in the time of the passing of Sister Betty's husband. And he said, I'm serious, James. He said, I'm serious. He says, if you need something, don't come to us, we're going to be mad at you. So I looked at him, I was on the phone with him, I said, will Viola be mad at me? He said, yeah. I said, well, then I'm scared, okay. So Glenn is scared of me, I'm scared of Viola. Our next speaker is the head of the December 12th movement. Please welcome Sister Viola Plummer.
Peace, brothers and sisters, comrades, friends, and of course, CEMOTAP. Before I begin, though, I must begin by sending to our sister, Betty Dobson, the condolences of my comrades in the December 12th movement and my personal condolences to her on the loss of her husband, Julius Dobson. Is President Obama good for Black people? I always start by writing down, a lot of papers because I am not the intellectual. I have spent my life in the street with the real people who determine which way forward from a very interactive perspective. But I do want to just get to one point that Brother Ford made, and that was on the issue of preventive detention. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he said that the first time in history that there was a law that installed preventive detention. And if that's what he said, yeah, I thought that's what you said. You didn't say anything about preventive detention? Oh, then I beg your pardon, because that's what I thought you said, and I just jotted down a note to begin with that I remember in 1983 that President Ronald Reagan instituted the whole attack on the Black liberation movement through this idea of preventive detention, for which myself and my comrades were held under, and that was in 1983. No, but if you didn't say it, you didn't say it, and I beg your pardon. But he didn't say that, and you're taking up my time.